When last we left our adventurers, they bravely traveled through the domain of Feywild. They told stories with Yarn Spinner and met Will of the Feywild. What business does our party have with this youth? And what more awaits them in the wild beyond the Witchlight? You guys approach the oak. As a reminder, I'll read this again. Up ahead, a small group of children frolics around a leafy oak tree. Their gleeful yelps carrying through the forest. Painted swings dangle from the tree's branches. Nestled in its crown is a ramshackle treehouse. You walk with Will of the Feywild. You met previously. Alright, well then, if nobody has anything to say. I mean, you guys are good to say whatever you want. I mean, we're not
turning him in, right? Because he's on the wanted posters.
No, I'm not a snitch.
You're a scratch.
Exactly. It's a whole totally different ball game.
No, Flair, before you say anything, use your quiet voice.
What had posters again?
Okay.
The ones I have hidden in my spare room.
While you were talking, Will is going to, butt between the two of you. And he's going to say, I'd like to see you try to take me in anyway.
Are you a combative person?
I am if you spite me.
Yeah, but the witch wants him, and we want the witch. So he's on our side.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he could kick that witch's butt for us. I've been practicing my stabbing.
Come on, you gotta meet the gang.
All right.
The gang? You have a gang?
Yeah, you're gonna love them.
Ooh.
And he'll run ahead to the little oak. As you get closer to the tree, you see a few members of the gang approach you. One, much faster than others, is this one, who runs up excitedly to see Will of the Feywild.
Oh my goodness. Look at that little kitty. That's that little kitty we've been trying to find.
The little kitty is going to and just jump around excitedly.
I'm gonna pull out that little mirror ball thing.
At the sight of the mirrored ball,
Start doing the David Bowie with it.
The kitty will run around and leap about excitedly, trying to bat at the ball.
Hey, little kitty. We've been looking for you. Your mama is all worried about you.
It meows. It's still very young, it seems.
Does anyone speak with animals?
I'm just happy that the cat's safe.
I do have a. Oh wait. No. Why is my cantrip speak?
Nobody
Will
knows
is going
any
to
of their
say-
skills.
Will is going to say, you've taken a liking to my cat.
We've been trying to find this little kitty. His mama is very worried about him. He lived at the Witchlight Carnival. His mama is so sad.
We don't need mamas here. I'm his mama.
Oh. Okay. Does he like being your son?
He's never said anything otherwise.
Do you make sure that he is tucked in at night and read him stories and make him supper every day and make sure that he goes to school and takes his medicine?
We don't need any of that here. Another one is going to run up, and this one is a male dwarf who appears to be growing his first whiskers. He kind of clumsily bounds up to you and he goes, "Oh, where'd you come from? Oh, you came out from a carnival? Yeah, I've been to a carnival before. I went right through it."
Can you guys speak like the animals on him?
I can't speak with dwarves.
Flair's just gonna stare at him and go, "What did you just say?"
I use prestidigitation to like pull the beard hairs out of his mouth.
The beard hairs. He's gonna say, I said I went to the carnival, look to get a little cake and then next thing I knew I was in there, this pure me 7 up a right proper get a hag, I'm sure a scary one too. How did I been seeing years ago now?
What?
The name's Bobby!
Bonnie?
Bobby!
I too
Booby?
like jambalaya.
Nice to meet you, Bobby.
Bobby?
Bobby?
All I
Bobby?
got
Oh.
was Bobby. And something about passing through a carnival.
Where are you out to the carnival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a carnival clown.
I can't wait to see who else is in this gang.
Hold on.
I wonder what they call themselves, the Marble Mouths.
We are the Getaway Gang!
The what?
We're the Getaway Gang!
The Galley Gang?
Another one of the gang is going to walk up, and she's going to say, we're the Getaway Gang.
Oh!
That's Bobby. I'm Sloan.
Sloan?
Sloan.
Slurn.
Sloan?
Is that the future tense of slain?
It's hard for you to say with your big tongue. probably.
That's true.
Slurn.
Well, happy day, Kalukale. I am Scratch the Clown, also known as Bobo Jangles to my friends.
Good to meet you. And then another one's going to walk up. That one that just spoke was a ginger-haired female wood elf. The last one that's going to walk up is a female orc. And she's going to go, lovely to meet you!
Female orc.
That was not very good.
Do you call them forks?
Who are you calling a fork?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume your gender.
Scratch, that's an inside thought.
Oh, you're right. I've been letting them escape again. Get back in there.
We need to get you a new sim for that.
I'll put my head on a little tighter.
So, with those 4 introduced, you've got the Getaway Gang. They all appear to be very young, probably about 8 years old.
Even the elf? Wow. Young.
What is it?
Baby.
What is 8 years in dwarf years?
Well, I think old dwarves live a long time. 8 years might be just like one day.
I don't even think that's old enough to...
Wow, you're all so young.
Oh, prove all the
Should I roll a history check to see if I know anything about dwarves?
Sure. But before you even do that, I would say that they look about 8 years old for humans. So that
Okay.
comparably, whatever
Okay.
that age would be, they look like children.
You don't even have your beard yet.
I rolled a 14.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
I understood that.
The indignation.
Oh.
I rolled a 14.
14 to see what you know about dwarves. You know
I know I'm in my kind of verse.
about dwarves
Okay.
that they usually grow their first whiskers around years old.
Scratch takes off his hat, and he puts on a college degree hat, or like a graduation cap, and puts a little monocle on, and he goes, "Dwarves actually grow their first whiskers when they reach the age of 35. They aren't considered adults until the age of around 55.
Well, I've only been in a role for many years now because I've been in the service of that old Skabatha for probably a good like 10, 20, maybe even 100 centuries.
Yeah.
You tell them.
What?
They also don't learn how to talk until they're about 40.
I heard something about Skabatha.
Yes.
And that's it. What?
Skabatha.
What do you know about Skabatha?
Before Bobby
should ask
can,
her.
Like, blurt out a bunch more information, Sloan is going to cover his mouth and goes and say, what do you want to know?
Where to find them?
We can take you there. We all came from there after all.
Well, that's a stroke of luck.
And we can tell you a few things about the place as well.
kind of like finding this kitty.
Just then, KKK comes up on my shoulder and goes,
I thought we agreed we're gonna call her just Triple K. It's a little bit better that way.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Triple K.
I'm just saying.
So, they are going to say, the Getaway Gang is going to say, hold on. Yeah, we're good. The Getaway Gang is going to say, Will of the Feywild actually will take point on this and say, let's go into the treehouse. We can talk more there.
Oh, good. I've been waiting for you to ask us up in there. I have wanted to get inside a treehouse since I was a little clownling.
So they lead you up the ladder up to Little Oak's treehouse.
Never been in a treehouse before.
I've flown around them.
Oh, it's the funnest thing. I was in one when I was a little kid. They usually put up a sign saying no girls allowed. They have a little fort.
Why weren't girls allowed?
Oh, because they got cooties.
Cooties?
Yep, you ain't never heard of that?
No, what's
Oh,
that?
you gotta watch out. You better get your cootie shot.
I don't want to get shot.
Now I'll show you.
I got my circles and dots.
Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you got your cootie shot.
I feel so much stronger now.
That's right.
Safe.
You can't be harmed.
No cooties is gonna touch me now. And if they do, I'll just shed my skin. Reminds me, I haven't shed my skin in a while. I bet it's pretty tasty at this point.
Behind closed doors.
Right?
You eat your skin?
Yeah, there's nutrients in it.
You guys don't molt?
They take you up to the rope ladders, and they're going to say, who wants to go first?
Fireball.
You can go first, all right.
the flare just flies in front of me.
Flare volunteers and just goes, oh good, well I'll fly right in. Like, whatever, why not?
It's a pair of trapdoors in the floor. You have no problem getting into the treehouse. All of you fit in there, but you kind of have to, like, the bigger ones of you.
I'm the biggest one,
Yeah, you're
so
the
I'm
biggest
like-
one. You kind of have to, like, crouch in there because it's meant to accommodate for children. But the floor of the treehouse is covered with blankets, cushions, and piles of straw. Hanging from the 6-foot-high ceiling is a rope. By a rope is a basket that holds apples, berries, sugarcane, and a few crumpled up sheets of parchment. In one corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can that looks a bit out of place. Heaped in another corner is a crude unicorn costume made up of polka dot quilts and a wooden horse's head that has a wooden horn attached to it. We get 3 more of these.
Huzzah!
These are always fun.
I like the picture on that one.
This one's got Kool-Aid on it.
Huh. Bring this wisp of a thief to me, alive and unharmed, and I'll ensure that no sword can ever break your skin.
Ooh. This one here offers you anything out of her workshop.
This one's to be buried up to your neck in silver, but that just seems like a threat.
Especially if you're a werewolf.
Oh, that would be awful.
Will is going to come up through the trapdoor, and he's going to say, "It is a threat. Nothing that witch tells you is true."
Well, yeah, she's a witch.
Yeah, that's why you should work with us to get rid of her.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
There you go. Great minds think alike.
I have a plan. Let me see here.
I hope it's better than the last plan we heard. It doesn't involve, like, accidentally tripping and stabbing her, does it?
No, but that would be funny.
Yeah, it's not as funny as it sounds. It's honestly kind of embarrassing to witness.
He's going to lay out a map of Loomlurch. And he's going to say, "Let me tell you my plan to get everyone out of there." And he pulls out a little stick, and he says, "The approach!" And he slaps his little pointer down on the west side of the map, like where it looks like a pumpkin patch is. He's going to say, "Bobby, Sloan, Zena, and Star are going to come through the woods on the west side of the tree, just out of sight of the screaming scarecrows." And he's going to circle a kind of crude drawing of scarecrows that he's done. And then he's going to say, "Meanwhile," and he smacks the other side of the map, "I will sneak around to the entrance of the kitchen on the east side of the tree. That's step 1. Step 2, the distraction." And he smacks the front of the map where it looks like there's some shops. He's going to say, "All of you are going to enter the goblin market posing as travelers. Buy some sweets and arrange for a meeting with the hag. During that meeting, Bobby, Sloan, and Zenol are going to warn the scarecrows. While everyone's distracted, I'm going to go in and get everybody safe." And he's going to throw the stick and just say, "That's my brilliant plan."
Scratch leans over. He's got the unicorn costume on. And there's not any kind of special
It's a costume! You can't wear that! You don't even think me!
Well, I just thought it looked cozy and I was cold. Put it on.
Zenor is going to say, "Well, work really hard on that.
Well, it looks really good on him, you gotta admit.
It's not fair."
What, have you not worn it yet?
"No, we're going to use it to get to the Wayward Pool."
It's a costume for 2, and he fills in 1.
Well, Scratch is made out of pure magic, isn't he? Or is that flair? Aren't you both just magical constructs?
Costume for 2? All of us can fit in it.
I don't
That
know
sounds
what
about right.
I don't know what that means.
What? No, I'm from the Feywild.
So magic.
What?
I want to be one of the ones wearing the costume.
You're the only one who can fit in the costume.
Get your own costume.
I could fit in it with him.
I'll take it off.
Oh, now you made him
Sloan
sad.
is going to say, "This costume is the only thing that's going to let us get to the Wayward Pool
I
and
use
see
minor
the
illusion
unicorn."
to turn my hat into a unicorn.
She'd say, "That will work."
Oh, good.
What's this pool now?
"Oh, we have to go, Will. We have to," Zenor is going to say. "We've been praying to make Will take us for ages, but the unicorn costume wasn't ready."
Can I get an insight check on whether this is that's a trap?
Here you go.
You can make me roll in the box.
That's for you.
I don't like boxes. You know this. Oh, frick.
6.
Yeah, 6. I don't know what. Insight. Yeah, 0. So 6.
They seem like very excited kids to you.
To be so young.
When I'm already.
How are you going to make sure everyone's safe from Granny? Something or other.
You're asking Will?
Yep.
He's going to say, "That's where you come in. You're going to distract her."
You said that, but I was wondering how you said you were going to go in after we distract her and make sure everyone's safe.
I'm going to get them all out while you're distracting her.
Oh, wait.
Now
who's
you're
everyone?
using your noodle.
I suppose that Pan Halen could put on another performance.
She loves making deals. Just arrange to make a deal with her.
Doesn't she forget things? Why don't you just be the first thing she sees?
I think you're the one who forgets things.
Forget what?
Didn't you make a deal with the witch before?
Never. Why are you all looking at me like that?
He's going to say, "I don't like people who make deals with witches. Only pretend.
How do you make a pretend deal with a witch?
Run away before you shake. Don't spit and shake. Duh."
I did make a deal with a witch, didn't I?
What'd you make a deal about? I don't remember.
Me neither. I got my hat on too tight.
Scratch, you okay? I think that mushroom's affecting you.
Did I really? I thought you did.
You did.
You did?
A little bit of wisdom for the way into Thither.
That's right.
I already forgot it.
I don't have my notebook and I feel severely disadvantaged.
You just want to forget your shame.
I did make a deal with her so we could get here.
Yeah, you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah. But now I know how to defeat her.
That's true.
She forgets the first thing she sees in the morning when she wakes up.
Yeah. We gotta get in there and make sure we're the first thing she sees in the morning.
What about my plan? He's gonna smack the map again.
Well, it's just a nice, plan B.
Well, it is a good plan, but we also have to have our own objectives. I don't see why we can't make them both work, though.
Well then, who's gonna call for a meeting with her?
I mean, I could.
Do you even know what time she wakes up?
Noon.
I can find out. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Oh.
Guys. Floor,
I
where'd
can
you,
disguise
Claire, where'd you go?
Oh, you're just gonna hear, I'm over here! I'm gonna be behind you, then I'm gonna be fly somewhere else. I'm gonna be like, I'm over here!
And I reach into my bag, and I pull out my gorilla costume, and I start putting that on. And I put my gorilla costume on, and I'll go,
There. They shall never suspect.
That's great, but all the windows are locked from the inside. I don't think that her guards are going to appreciate doors opening and closing on their own.
Why don't you guys work together? You take him in with you, and that way he can spy.
Hmm.
What kind of deal are we supposed to be making with this witch?
That's up to you. You're the distraction.
It's a good pretend deal.
We could offer her our voices.
My voice is beautiful, though.
And then in return, she'll promise us that we get married to a beautiful prince.
I heard that story before. A lot of the village girls tried to kiss me.
I'm just trying to think of the deals that you make with a witch normally.
You don't. That's the trick. You don't.
Get down. Get down.
She may have kidnapped my brother.
And we're here to
We gotta find him.
She might have taken your height. Maybe.
I don't remember. No, that's the other one.
They're all the same.
Bad.
I thought of something. What if we try to make a deal to help me remember things?
That's a good idea.
All those things you forgot.
Are you gonna remember to ask to remember things?
Do what?
Okay.
that reminds me of a song. I start strumming on my thing. I forgot to remember to forget her. I can't seem to get her off my mind. There you go.
I'm sure the kids in the gang are not into that kind of music.
Your parents are gonna love it.
Flair says that, already forgetting that he's going to sneak in with Will. Flair offers himself up like that, forgetting he's already forgetting he's going to sneak in with Will to spy on her.
Well, Will is going to say, if you've got a better plan, I'd love to hear it.
It's a solid plan.
I've definitely heard worse.
Well, our partner gave up a part of himself to get that information. We should use it. She forgets the first thing she sees in the morning. We just got to get one of you guys to spend the night with her.
Ew.
Earmuffs, kids.
Players go
Don't talk.
Players get into like, what happened?
I could try scaling the side of the tower, but I would need a way in.
You probably need to wear my gorilla costume for that too.
Well, how are you going to get in there, Will?
Through the kitchen door. Everyone will be distracted.
Yeah, then you take it with the distraction. I heard sometimes you could split a party.
I don't think that's the way it is. You can split a pizza, you can split a pie, you can split an apple, but you can't split a party.
Yeah, the gods get angry when you do that.
They do.
You can split an atom, but then a lot of bad things happen.
So we're gonna.
I thought you talking a lot of nonsense.
You never heard of an atom before?
I went to school with one.
That's true. No, an atom. They're like midichlorians.
Does she got any people working for her or anything like that? What do her normal guards look like?
All the kids are just a being the Loomlurch, but I very easily move away with the restrictions.
So
Sloan
Fire-
is going to step in and go, there's a squad of tin soldiers who defend Loomlurch, but they're easily distracted.
Well, I got disguise self ability.
Me too.
Hey,
There.
me too.
She will continue to give you some information. She's
Could all
going to
look like
say,
someone else. We could look like the guards.
all the children being held captive in her workshop are haunted by boggles.
Player's gonna be by Will because he's still invisible, and just go, "What's a boggle?"
Right in his ear.
Right in his ear, make him jump a little.
Grab the earlobe. What's a boggle?
Tell her.
She's going to say, they're oily creatures that sprout from children's misery.
Oh, I don't like
Delightful. Zenor will say, Granny Nightshade imprisons her most hated enemies in the cell inside her kitchen.
Does she eat them?
Don't know. I wasn't one of her most hated.
How do you become a most hated child?
He hates a child.
Like this.
But what did you do?
I got them out.
Ah, that makes sense.
Well, I think that if we go there and we look and see what the guards look like, the three of us can turn into a guard and then he can hide under our hat. We can sneak around in there.
Her guards are about this big.
Oh!
Little tin soldiers.
Player's not gonna be by Scratch, and he's just gonna say, "Oh, that's my size."
So you can't just kick them over?
They're tough guys.
I mean, all you need is like a medium-sized club, and I mean, if it's made of 10, just...
Yeah, have you seen my feet? Look at this sucker. That's a rabbit foot.
You do all look pretty strong. Maybe you can take them.
Player's gonna say, "Yeah, we are pretty tough," and try to flex so no one can even see him.
Okay, so we can't illusion our way in.
We just need a solution to where we could still find a way to get what Kit's missing. So, like, we can't be too overtly helping you, but we still want to help you, because we still have to be able to, you know, not be arrested on sight. Not that that's on you.
Unless we wanted to be arrested. We could dress up like little kids. Get captured. Break free from the inside.
I don't think any of us except Scratch would have a hard time being mistaken for a kid. I don't think any of us...
I got a great kid disguise.
And I reach in my bag and I put on a little hat with a propeller. I pull out a yo-yo.
See?
I stand corrected. Wait, where's your oversized lollipop?
Oh, there's got to be one in here. All right.
Stick it in my mouth, my face turns sideways.
We found out plans that are 6-year-old kids' plans. The 8-year-old plans are better than ours.
Well, he's also an experienced deviant.
Yes.
I say we follow your plan.
Might as well.
But we've got to go through the wayward pool first.
Then let's be on
And the
our
other
way.
one is going, the orc one is going to say, oh, please, Will, can we go to the wayward pool? And Will's going to go, no, I don't want to.
But I thought we were going to distract people. And don't we have to go through there to get to the granny's house? That way you can distract people, and I can distract people, and they can distract people. There's a
Why
lot of
don't you want
distraction
to go
going
to the
on.
wayward pool?
Because Lamorna is a no good goody-goody who doesn't do anything to challenge Granny Nightshade.
Who?
Lamorna.
Who? He's planning to repeat himself.
Lamona's the
Who?
unicorn of the forest. That's why we've got the costume. Nobody who isn't a unicorn can't get to the waters.
What happens if you try?
You get turned right back around.
What if you jump real high?
You get turned right straight down because you go up and then you go down when you jump. You don't go straight.
Well, yeah, that's how jumping works, but it's more like a... Sputtle like begins.
I never tried it. Can't jump very far. I'm a dwarf.
Your language got better.
Dad, we've been around him long enough to where we start understanding him.
Yeah. We could definitely could do a disguise self to get into the pond as the unicorns.
I'll make myself look like the front of a unicorn. and you make
Disguise as a
yourself look
unicorn? I think disguise self just makes you look like a different person. A
What,
humanoid.
you're gonna let him just wear a hat in there? I mean, come on. Hat
The
works
kids
for the
think it'll
clown.
work.
Oh, okay.
There's still one more member that you haven't met.
Uh-oh.
Because in the corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can that looks out of place. And as somebody gets just close enough to it, it's going to spring up from its spot and go, "Good morning!"
Ah, what is that? Ah! What?
It's an oil can.
And it is an oil can. He's going to say, "The name's Squirt. Lovely to meet you."
Well, I thought you were going to say your name was Pennzoil. Squirt. That's just... I don't know if I like that word. It's like moist. Oh.
Nice to meet you, Squirt.
"Let's party!" And he's gonna just start like bobbing around back and forth.
Why are you a lamp?
I'm an oil can, but I'm running on fumes here. I need more oil.
What kind of oil?
Boggle oil.
Oh.
Ew. It had to specifically be bottle oil.
That's right. And old Granny Nightshade has a lot of boggles. I heard you're going to see her. You should take me. And he's going to float towards you and try to land in your hand. Oh, you're going to hold him? Okay, he's going to go, "I'm too tired to fly today. You carry me."
Are you sure? I have 4 pints of lantern oil.
I want boggles.
You're a strange one.
Shouldn't you ask him how you get the boggle oil? I mean, it's
That's a good question.
what orifice?
Yeah, where do I just need to take like the backside of a knife and like scrape it all off into you? Like, if I unscrew the top, is that gonna hurt you?
No, it doesn't hurt.
So you're saying that you got to screw that thing and then squirt oil into it.
That's right.
Oh boy.
We just lost our PG-13 initiative.
As long as you don't make a mess inside my bag, you can just hang out there.
No, I don't like it where it's dark.
This is not going good at all.
How about this? He's gonna pull out his rogue scarf and like tie it off to make one of those babies. So he's just like cradled in front of them.
That's a great
What
idea.
about this? Is this okay? You can still see this light.
Yeah, this is okay.
Alright, guys, you have a good nap.
I won't nap. Not right now. Maybe in a minute. Actually, I feel kind of empty inside.
Well, I got
I
that.
need more oil.
I've got that lantern oil that can tide you over.
No.
He's more moody than George.
They don't know where they got him.
He's just
We
always
gotta
been.
figure out how to get that little kitty away from Mr. Will.
We get rid of the witches.
It gotta go back to its mama.
Yeah, we get rid of the witch. He goes back to his mom.
Who's going back to his mama?
Me. Miss her terribly.
Old Mama Scratch.
Aren't you too old to have a mama?
Everybody's got a mama.
Mine abandoned me.
What's a mom?
The room got very. Everyone
A
looks
bunch of orphans and some adults with childhood trauma.
Squirt is gonna say,
Let's go.
I wish I had a violin to play.
and by the way, this is the lucky duplicate that I have. So somebody gets to take home the Squirt Mini.
Oh, I have a feeling Squirt's showing up in the abyss.
I would use him. I'm not gonna lie.
You better do the voice.
Yeah, now you're getting it.
You need me to slick you up, boys?
He is going to drop a little bit of exposition though. Not
Where you
exposition
going with
really,
that?
but a little bit of so you know something, because I don't think that they tell you in the future.
He's going to say, if you get me more oil, I can guide you to Yarn. I'm the best guide in Thither.
That would be helpful.
I wouldn't have to give away any more parts of myself.
It's true. Well, actually, it'd be one of us. We would make you keep making that sacrifice.
Oh, good, because I don't remember what it was I lost last time.
Come on, man, I'm fiending for oil. Let's go.
I'm really gonna have fun with that.
Let's get on out of here.
Yeah, let's go to that lake.
To the lake, to the lake.
So you guys leave Little Oak's treehouse with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
This thing's out of control already. It just become Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or something.
It has.
Some drug-fueled 60s.
And the kids are going to bring their
Unicorn.
costume with them
Jug of Kool-Aid.
to Will's protests. And on the way to Loomlurch, you do pass by a wayward pool out in the distance. And the kids go, "Please, Will, can we stop?"
You only live once, Will. Let the kids go. Try their
He's
unicorn.
going to say, fine.
Yeah, they might die today. At least let them see the pool.
How dark.
Then I can turn into booger oil.
Actually, everybody except... No, Star comes with you because they're part of the plan. Yeah, so everybody goes with you. The kids all climb into their unicorn costume.
I'm gonna try to sneak
And
in with the kids.
begin to approach.
Small enough, I should be able to get in.
Do you fly in through the butthole? Like Jim Carrey?
So,
Reverse Jim Carrey.
you catch sight of a small lake, and mist drifts over the surface of the lake and forested crags line the shore on one side. Mossy rocks protrude from the shallows, and near the center of the lake is a rocky island.
I'd very much like to see a unicorn. I don't think I've ever really seen a real unicorn.
I could be the front and you could be the back.
No, I didn't say I want to be a unicorn.
Well, we gotta sneak up there.
Wow, it's so mysterious here.
Well, let's see if the costume works.
Sputtle is going to use his wings, use one of the charges to get his wings so he can fly up and try and...
If you want to try to fly up like above the trees and then approach.
Yeah, that way I don't have the risk of being kicked.
So you want to go toward the lake up in the trees.
Yes.
So it's very interesting. You get up above the tree line and you're approaching, but it's like as you're moving towards it, it's like a rainbow. It's like as you're moving towards it, it's always just out of your, it's like you're going maybe on like a kind of, it's weird.
Stuck in space.
It's very strange how you're moving forward but not going anywhere.
Moving but making no progress.
Right. The kids, however, don their unicorn costume and begin to trudge towards the lake.
Follow the kids, I say.
Let me see.
As I fly after them.
Yeah, as you fly after them, actually you lose sight of them, and you find yourself coming back towards the other members of the party.
I'm gonna look at you quizzically. How'd you get in front of me?
I don't know. I thought you got inside that thing's butthole. Went with them.
So the kids were able to get in there, huh?
It wasn't live. You really can't get in.
And you weren't able to get over there with the flying.
So,
There's some kind of spell protecting.
let me tell Sputtle, I believe, something. You're the one with the highest passive perception, correct?
Probably.
Who has the
Yes.
highest? Because one person has the highest, and I think it's Sputtle,
15.
because you're
Oh, yeah,
alert
it's
or
gonna
something
be-
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, my passive perception is 15.
Somebody has a 20.
Somebody has a 20?
Well, for passive perception,
Yep.
I only got 13.
Do you have alert?
Hold on.
How to find it.
Observant. You gain
Observant.
+5 to passive perception. Yeah. And
Alright,
that's-
you are observant, and you have a passive perception of 20.
Big eyes.
Yep, big eyes. So with your big eyes and your wet skin, and you're very attuned to the air, you feel eyes on you. It feels like you're being watched.
Am I able to locate the direction it's coming from?
Okay, so roll a regular perception for that.
Yeah, let's go froggy dice. It's gonna be 18 plus 5. So 23.
Okay, that's amazing. So you spot somebody duck down into the like bushes and shrubbery and like begin to run off.
Hey, where are you going?
And he's gonna keep running at you, running away from you. But you
After
manage
him!
to get like a bead on what he looks like. But with how close you are to the lake, it's very odd that you keep finding yourself getting lost and you're not able to get him down and pin. So he successfully gets away, but it seems he was watching you for some reason.
Not enough time to get a hunter's mark off.
So that's where we're at. The kids are gone. They've gotten, presumably,
Gone forever.
You think you can find that guy again?
I mean, maybe.
Okay, maybe I could cast friends. Maybe we can get him to lead us through this?
I was able to see the direction he went, right?
Yeah.
Did he go
If
towards
you
the
wanna-
lake or away from it?
He was running towards it, which means he probably ended up running away from it.
Okay.
But if you want to roll survival to see if you can track him down, if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah. Track this sucker down. 16.
Okay, so you pick up his trail. You find some broken branches, and you can see the evidence of his footprints in the marshy mud. Roll again to see if you can catch up to him.
Another survival.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Right. You roll a stealth check now.
Putting through the paces. The risk would be
The
burning.
one Chad got me for a year for stealth.
Chad!
I gave you that dice so you would succeed, and I wish that you would use this now in your time of need.
So that's 5. So I have 5 in stealth, so 17.
Ooh, very good. You sneak up, and he does not notice you. But you can see that he is taking a strap of leather and trying to make a unicorn horn out of a stick. And he puts it on his head. And he's going to go, I'm going to get in now.
I'm going to snatch it off of his head.
He is going to... You've surprised him. But he's going to draw weapons.
Cast friends, hurry!
Can I cast friends on him?
Are we
You
with
can-
him?
Huh?
We're not with him, are we?
I mean, I assume not. I mean, you can
Yeah,
all roll
yeah.
stealth checks to see if you can get a surprise round on
We'd
him,
have
too.
to, we'd have to
Yeah,
go
I
with
guess
him.
you're right, yeah.
I kind of just flew off, leaving you guys.
Okay, well then, yeah, well, there's rules.
Never-
Yeah, we'll leave it alone. We
I mean,
didn't-
you can-
We didn't specify.
You can follow
But
it.
it makes sense. We
but
would have to be quiet,
If you guys
too.
want to roll.
We probably wouldn't get there.
It's too far gone anyway. You made him roll like 3
We're probably
times.
going to roll up after whatever
Uh,
happens here, is what I would say.
Unravel.
They're going to be rolling around in the woods.
Follow the commotion! Dun, 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 dun.
What does he look like?
You're going to brush
I
up with
sent
him
a
with the
picture.
spout of the oil
Oh.
can. It's going to get all weird and erotic.
I should have been able to find a miniature for that.
It's going to spill oil all over him.
Surprise!
He says.
Oil splash!
They call this one Slick Rick.
Oh.
Well, you didn't get dressed up for nothing.
It's a good thing I got my wings on.
Give me Sputtle. This is Bobby.
Mommy, you get back in the garage.
I think we're right.
Probably over here.
Yeah. Oh.
At the start of combat, Squirt, the oil can, will fly out of the little satchel that you made for him and say,
Good morning! Let's party!
and you have a surprise on him, so you can do whatever you want. But he has drawn his weapons. It seems like he's wanting to fight.
He wants to fight? I'll fight.
It's that old puffy chest of his.
I'm going to just fly up where I'm out of his combat range. Just start pelting him with arrows.
Why not?
Yeah.
Dropped it.
Yeah.
You always try to do non-lethal damage if you don't think, you know. You want to kill. I'm sorry.
you're like, I'm going to spill blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up out of his swinging range and make a attack roll.
Okay.
Sputtle blades for nothing.
You didn't pull his sword on him, so.
Who started it? Let's see.
You startled him.
17 to hit.
Yes.
Uh, 11 damage. There it is.
There we go.
That's what we needed.
Charge!
7 more.
Come around the corner. Or supposedly covered in blood and oil.
How would you tell the difference? That's why he wears red.
That's why he is red.
So you can't see the blood on his hands.
You can't see me bleed.
I tripped.
Don't some frogs bleed blue?
Oh,
I roll a
that was like
nature
a
check.
Google question.
Alright.
Roll a Google check.
So, you have severely hurt him.
Damn.
And it's a surprise round, so Squirt also gets to do whatever he wants.
I'm gonna squirt him.
He is going to bash himself into his face. But
put his
he's
spout in
gonna
his
go, he's going to say, "Take this!" and just fly towards his face pretty slowly. And this guy is just gonna smack him out of the way. And that was a surprise round. So you get to go again.
Alright, this time I will do non-lethal damage. I'm gonna aim for trying to...
Shoot him in the knee.
That's true!
I used to be an adventurer like you.
We're gonna make him...
I used to be a unicorn-wearing douchebag like you.
And I took an arrow to the knee.
We'll make a bard of him yet. Yeah, non-lethal arrow to the knee. That's gonna be 19 to hit.
Yep.
It's gonna be 9 damage, non-lethal damage. We maintain our PG-13
Got
rating.
it.
Yeah.
And you guys hear the commotion, you know where it's at. In the next round, I will allow you to enter combat, but it is his turn. You are out of his reach. He smacked the oil can. He's going to hold his daggers and he's going to go, "Why don't you come down here where I can reach you?"
I wouldn't really be an ranger if I did that, now would I?
He's going to, he's very short for what looks like an orc. And then when that doesn't succeed, he pulls a little bottle out of his pocket and chugs it.
How dare he heal?
Disappears.
Damn, that hunter's mark.
Yeah, use
Shit.
mark, but...
Bonus action.
Oh, yeah. I haven't played my race.
He's getting away!
Let's see. Make an additional attack. For damage. If I can't see him, I'm guessing I would have to make a investigation or roll to try and spot him.
Sure, you can roll an investigation. Great. You are watching with your observant nature the ground, looking to see if you can see evidence of where he is. And you see muddy footprints going towards the water and towards the water and then stop completely. And then
How far away is he? Is he still within my range?
where the footprints stopped,
Yeah.
yeah, you can within range for shooting, yeah.
Yeah, let me go ahead and try and clap a hunter's mark on him.
Okay. Can you in Hunter's Mark something you can't see? Because I believe
That's
it's
a
a
good question.
creature within sight.
It is. Oh, the rule Nazi has arrived. There he is, the DM.
Where?
One creature that you can see.
Oh, man. I thought it was all fun and games as long as you use an oil can, but now all of a sudden he's a mean old DM.
Well, I can't stand to put a herd mark down. If only I had more oil.
Ironically, the only way we can find him is by him talking. The oil can. That's the only way we know our way to the woods.
Any of the orders that I need so to perform this action.
Do you know I was this close to making that his voice?
We will need more oil.
Oh boy.
Never.
Oh, that was on my on my first attack, I could have done extra.
We're all rusty.
Woulda, shoulda, woulda.
We need oil too.
Well, then I'm just
Been
gonna
since-
try and make another.
It's been since you've been in a fight.
Yeah.
Another attack where I think he is. So is that at disadvantage?
Yeah. With disadvantage, you're shooting at the spot where his shoes appear to be.
That is 11.
So you know for certain that you have shot through the spot where he appeared to be standing, and it would have hit. But it seems that the enchantment that is on this place has transported him away somewhere. Because as he's going through, trying to get to the water,
He got turned
without
around.
his horn on, he got turned around somewhere.
Be on the lookout for an invisible rude guy.
We would do that weird thing where we shuffle in and we're falling all over each other.
The kid's falling out of the pantry.
Yeah, like, oh, what was that? We heard the oil can.
We almost killed a man. Let's party.
I don't know if he knows what partying is.
Almost only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades. Where is he?
He turned invisible and then he ran towards the pond. And then he just spit him out somewhere else.
Who was he?
Some little gray guy with knives and a bunch of he looked like a rogue. If I ever seen one, which I haven't, but I've heard tales of them.
What was he up to? He's gonna.
He was watching me.
Oh.
And then I pull out the little unicorn thing. It's like he was putting this in, and he was like chuckling to himself, saying he was gonna get in there, and then put it on my head. It's like, but he didn't seem like the kind of guy that should be near a unicorn. He was chuckling a little too maniacally.
Maybe you can use that to get us in there to see that unicorn.
Which, do you remember why you guys have that from? Because
Yes.
it is an item that you have covered.
Well, who has it?
Can't remember who got it, but it was the unicorn
I
one.
don't know who's holding it, but it was found in Asher's, I believe.
Well, you talked about the one you found from the.
Yes, I'm just saying, I'm just making sure that you guys do remember that is an
I
item.
was about to go
Do
through
we
my
look
stuff,
like
'cause I
we
think
remember?
I'm not sure.
It's in my inventory. I think I saw it.
I do not have.
Well, then we don't have it. There's no way you can carry that thing. Where are you gonna put it?
Exactly.
You're gonna ride it like a broom.
Put some oil on it, and maybe that'll help you put it somewhere.
Alright, you need to calm down.
Let's party.
I don't want to go to that party.
No, it's not in there.
Corkscrew in, no thank you.
I seem to remember when I was talking about a unicorn one. I remember thinking, toy. Oh, it's a toy unicorn.
You're gonna see if you could wear his little hat to walk through the.
Yes, so you want to put on the stick unicorn horn that he fashioned, and walk towards the lake, I presume.
Yes.
You find yourself getting closer and closer to the shore until you finally get there, and you can see the children have taken off their unicorn costume and are now at the lake.
But thus he just disappeared.
Can Scratch remember that they have a unicorn horn?
Yes, I'm not going to keep that from you.
I forgot.
Who let
Yeah, but
you
the rest
have
of
this
us
much sugar?
What are they doing it though? I mean, well,
Maybe if the three of us hold hands and we try this one.
Why not?
I'll put it on my head.
You
and
put the real one on your head. All
All
hold
three
hands.
hold hands, and we try to walk through the forest.
So holding hands, and with him with the real horn, you manage to get there,
Hooray!
Huzzah!
and you're all together again.
Yes.
and then we look around and somehow that fucking oil can got in Scratch's back pocket.
The oil can is like,
I guess my spout looks like a horn. That's funny.
That shot right out my nose.
Oh no! Not coke out the nose.
He's a spout.
Now I wonder what the hell these kids are doing at the pond.
Yeah, what are they
They're
doing?
skinny
What are they up to?
dipping, or are they just...
They're excited to see the
Noodling.
unicorn.
to summon the unicorn, we have to go to the center of the aisle.
Who said that?
Sloan.
Sloon kind of reminds me of that one lady at the concession stand at the carnival.
Yeah, after a while, everybody starts sounding about the same.
No, just her.
Maybe they're related.
I love that. I love that. Honestly, that's my favorite character you've done. Is
I didn't come up with her.
That's my favorite.
She's just a girl with a lot of temp jobs.
Oh, my waitress?
Yeah, your waitress.
She's just temping her way across the multiverse.
I'm just trying to get through Bard Hollow. You're at the lakeshore. And the kids are skipping rocks. They're having a fun time. But one of them is going to say, I forgot her name, Xenomer, is going to say, I want to get out to the island in the middle.
I'll race you.
Sure! And the kids will start wading into the water with you.
Spell's just gonna straight up.
How fast can you swim?
I'm gonna fly with them over them like, let's go!
Let's see. Well, I'm a frog, so I would.
I'd imagine it's pretty fast.
And wouldn't maybe my regular walking speed or faster?
Regular walking speed, it's 250 feet.
You got a walking speed of 30.
Is this when you pull like a raft out your back pocket?
I had one, but then we lost it in that place where it kept filling up and then going back down, filling up back down. It got very wild.
I don't like getting my fur wet.
If you can move 30, then it takes you about a minute to get there. The little girl, however, gets tired and turns back around about halfway.
She could have made it.
You won!
Claire's gonna be over her head doing like commentary. Hey, we got someone turned around!
I take my umbrella out and I put it upside down and I get it like a little boat and like paddle across.
Okay.
Spuddle's in the lead! He's doing a great frog stroke.
You're a regular Kermit Phelps over there.
All I can
I
think of
am
is,
speed.
well, my character's gonna stay on the beach. I bet this cat don't want to get wet either. Don't you miss your mommy?
Try to convince the cat to go back.
There we go.
What do we know about displacer beasts?
Displacer beasts. Roll a nature check.
Yay! Nature, put the eyes on. Well, that's going to be a 15.
What you know about displacer beasts is that they are typically hostile, but the one that you met in the Witchlight Carnival was not.
Yes.
You know that this one you recall, went missing several years ago.
Yes.
Yes.
And you don't know much about...
I know about them, their teleportation or
You know that they can teleport. What else do you know? You don't know much, but you know that several years should have aged this kitten
Oh.
a bit. None of this appears to have done so. What else do you know?
She wants this ball that I have.
She likes the ball that you have.
I look around to talk to my partners, and one's swimming in the water, one's flying above the other one's floating around on a goddamn umbrella. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you managed to get to the islet.
And Spuddle's the winner!
It is a pretty small little island. It's not very interesting telegraphically, but it does go up, and you can see up towards the top of the islet is it looks like an iron bowl.
Ooh.
You can kind of see it from below.
Climb.
Alright, you climb up to the bowl. You can see that it is pretty finely made, pretty rough. It has been here for a very long time. But it's filled with coals.
Oh. Coals. Black rocks. Where have I seen these black rocks before?
So you're not going to come over with us?
I'm gonna get wet. Where has he seen the black rocks before?
The kids are gonna
Oh.
stay with you, and they're
Oh.
going to skip rocks and stuff. They don't really have the strength to swim
Is
that
the
far.
oil pan with me?
The oil can is going to stay with him.
Good.
He shortly after the battle, he went back into your pouch. When you started swimming, he like floated across, like following you. And then once you got back on the shore, the oil can says,
Why do something yourself when you can have someone else do it for you?
and he gets back into the pouch with you.
Sure, little guy.
I don't like flying.
But if you don't fly, how can you party?
Like this.
And he's gonna waddle back and forth in his little scarf.
You stay there.
Some oil sure would help light those coals.
Oh yeah, I do have some oil.
Don't take any of mine.
I
I'm
would've
running
already-
on fumes.
I would have already given it to you if I had it, that kind of oil. Spuddle's going to pour out a pint of oil onto the coals. I don't think.
Do we have a tinderbox?
That's what I want.
Could just Eldritch blast that bitch.
Your
Start it up.
tinderbox got wet.
I don't think that does fire.
This is a frog
Fireball.
sack. It's made from my
I don't
own
have fireball!
How does nobody got fireball? That was a prerequisite.
I have prestidigitation. Can I start a little spark?
Are you kidding me? I'm wearing a helm of telepathy.
Sure. With prestidigitation, you can typically light candles, so I would say that a little flare to start up.
I can push up
Would
some.
not be too.
Do we have any dry grass around here? Or is it all wet?
Yeah, everything on this. Yeah, you can.
I know how to make like a little
manage
hobo,
to get a
hobo
little
campfire.
Yeah,
I'll make
absolutely.
a little hobo campfire and then prestidigitation.
All right.
I didn't ask for fireball!
That was a tiny fireball. That's why it was so quiet.
So you manage to light the coals, and they burn in the iron pot, in the iron bowl.
Looks like they're doing something over there.
Bird, baby, bird, bird, baby, bird.
And the people rejoiced.
There was much rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing.
Mist begins to set in over the top of the waters all
that's
around
terrifying.
you. And as you get back down to the shoreline, up out of the water rises the unicorn. And she appears to wait your approach at the lake shore.
Elbow scratch. You go first. I'm not going up there first this time.
I'll go talk to it, and I'll
walk up. I've got my unicorn horn.
hello there.
You have the real one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll give it back.
Uh-oh.
Yoink!
Upon seeing this, held out to her, she is immediately
Enraged.
begins crying. Unicorn tears.
Oh,
We should bottle those.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad. I make people laugh. But we found this, and I thought that I would give it back to you since nobody should have it except for the unicorn folks.
She's going to say, it does not belong to me. It belonged to my mate, Elidon. It was taken from him.
Well, can we give it back to him?
I don't know where he's at. He is the hag's prisoner.
Oh, well, we're trying to defeat the hag. I promise that if I find him, I'll give it back to him and send him home.
I would greatly appreciate it.
I promise. I don't have any use for it.
Which hag? They're all kind of hags, aren't they?
I don't know which one took him. The hags came to this domain many years ago and usurped Zybilna. They've been running it ever since.
We're also trying to find Zybilna. You wouldn't happen to know any last known whereabouts of her, would you?
Oh, hold on. Zybilna was vainglorious and deceitful at times, but her magic kept prisoners safe and isolated. That situation ended when the hags of the Hourglass Coven used Elidon's horn to imprison Zybilna in her stronghold, the Palace of Heart's Desire. It is in the center of Brismere.
How close are we to the center of Brismere?
As I'm sure you found out, distance doesn't work right here. To get to the center, you have to first go through hither, thither, and then yon.
Okay.
Why don't you help us defeat the hags?
It is not my place. My place is this lake, and they've already taken so much. But there is something that can help you. The lake has magical properties. I see that you, and she looks at you, are affected by a curse. Bathe in the lake for a minute, and you will end any curse affecting you.
I didn't even know I had a curse. Oh, that's the curse. I was thinking of my height. Thank you. Wash myself in the lake?
Yes.
Slowly.
Slowly.
Watch the oil can's watching. Let's party. He's shedding his skin like
He
a
just literally
jacket.
just peels his skin. You guys did not want to see this, but he's peeling his skin off.
She's going to say, oh, that's not. And she's going to, the mists are going to, envelop you so that nobody has to see it.
Let me give my try. It's a party. I can't do it.
And then just...
It's a party, guys!
takes it off real sensually.
Now that that's been burned into my soul.
I was expecting you to wait a bit, but that's fine.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what came over me.
So your curse has been removed. You no longer have to knock when you walk through doors.
B&E is so much easier. I mean,
If you plan to do a B&E on the Palace of Heart's Desire, I must give you some warning. A dragon-like creature called the Jabberwock lives in Zybilna's palace and frequently prowls the forests.
Jabberwocky?
Jabberwock.
I feel like that's what knocked us out of the sky.
Maybe we
Does
should
it,
not. Maybe
does
we
it
should do
patrol
something
the
else.
skies, making sure air travel is impeded?
It patrols these forests and it serves the hags.
Was that what was flying around in the sky?
I think it might have been.
Oh no!
Do not worry. The Jabberwock tries to reach the wayward pool, but is always turned away by my lake's protecting magic.
Maybe I could stay here with you then while they go and take care of everything.
Yes, you would be wise to avoid the Jabberwock, for once it sets its fiery eyes upon its prey, it rarely gives up the hunt.
What if you were in disguise?
I'm not so sure it would be fooled.
Say it knocked a balloon down.
I would say who's ever repairing that balloon would be in great danger.
Oh no.
Do they like to eat clowns?
I've heard they taste funny.
And I hide under my hat.
I read that from in your mind. I don't get it.
It's a funny joke, but I'm scared. That's my worst fear, the Jabberwock.
It's understandable, it's pretty ferocious. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the young man over there on the shore named Will, would you? He was very hesitant to come here. It seemed like he was almost scared to bring his friends to visit the beauty of your lake, and I was just wondering if you...
You turn to see them on the shoreline. Will is looking at the unicorn, but when she turns around and looks at him, he averts his gaze from her. And she's going to say, his story is not mine to tell.
So there is a story.
Know that he has the best interests of the children at heart.
That's good to know. Even though he is a little possessive of one that has a mother still waiting for it.
Flair's gonna say, "Can you come meet the children? They really wanted to see you."
Oh yeah.
I will. But first, I have some more information. A library on the second floor of the Palace of the Heart's Desire contains Zybilna's most treasured tomes. It could help you if you go.
I feel so naked about my notebook.
That's like
You
going to
writing it
be
down?
sessions from now and
Oh,
forever.
yeah.
So it's the second floor of
Palace of Heart's Desire.
Alice, Heart's Desire.
Library. Most treasured tomes.
It's gonna be the end game.
I want to learn so many spells.
There was a time when no one could enter her palace without an invitation. It's unlikely that the Hourglass Coven is capable of enforcing a similar restriction.
What if she's your friend?
Maybe she would let you in. I don't know that she would be a very good friend to
What do you mean? She's always nice to me.
have. I was not a fan.
I didn't say she was deceitful. Flair, you never mentioned that.
I don't remember that.
That's true. I don't know why I always said that.
And she's going to say... Let me see. Illidan's horn may be needed to free Zybilna, so it's important that you have it.
But if we don't give it back to your betrothed, then how will he be whole?
I don't know where he is. It's possible he's in the Palace of Heart's Desire as well.
that would fit the plot.
Is there any sort of blessing that you can give us to protect us from Jabberwockies? I would be willing to play you a most delightful song.
She is going to say, not without Illidan.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so yeah, she doesn't know that.
I'm on the other side of the pond running a crisis center. Some of the kids call it sputtle changing. And I'm like, it's just natural. It's what he does it. He sheds. Sensually sometimes.
She is going to tramp her way back over to she's going to do a big run of the whole pond. She's going to run past all the kids and everything. As she does so, a mirror image of her made of water that looks like her lost mate, Illidan. And let me see. And they, run past, and then they go back down into the water. And they're gone.
Have I ever seen anything so magical?
Have you ever?
Bet you haven't.
Only the DM knows.
Have you? I don't know.
I don't know.
Have you?
I don't know. I guess I have it. I guess it's amazing.
You are fully amazed.
Yeah.
You're reminded somewhat of the water show that was at the Witchlight Carnival.
Remember the water show?
Yes. I see it all the time.
Yeah, we were just there like 2 days ago, right? Something like that.
2 days ago. Yes, very vividly. When I had a job.
Carnival sounds like a party.
We should have a woodland party right now. I pull my pan flute out.
This reminds me of a young fairy boy.
little woodland creatures come out of the forest and start hanging out around us. It's one of the magical items.
All right.
Rabbits and shit.
Whoa, that was so cool.
Fuzzy animal party.
All of the kids are very excitedly chatting to each other about getting to see the unicorn. They're very happy. But unless you guys have something else you want to do here.
Maybe it's a chance to get to know Will while we're at the party. Go ahead, Sputtle.
Well, I guess it would be more of a walking question.
Well, then we start walking.
Yeah, towards our objective.
So, Will, I couldn't help but notice you looking away from the unicorn when she gazed upon you.
She's just a no good goody-goody.
What did you do to her, Will?
I didn't do anything to her. She didn't do anything to Skabatha.
She doesn't seem like a very violent person. Not everyone's capable of acts of violence.
But she could.
Then why did you look so ashamed when she looked at you?
She's just a judgy goody-goody.
Can I do an insight check on him for this?
Sure.
Please. I lasso him with...
Oh, this is gonna suck. Where's insight?
Don't get held up by your...
5. I got 5.
He can enhance it, right? You want to try
Oh,
to
yeah.
enhance it?
I don't know if you can enhance a 5.
Yeah.
I am wearing
The helmet telepathy.
helmet. What's the surface thoughts?
Surface thoughts while on him.
Yeah, while I'm asking them that.
Ooh.
Can't roll my left hand.
Let me use my strong hand.
You use my strong hand.
Roll that dice for you, child.
Holy shit, that 20.
At the edge of the table, too.
Yeah.
Good God.
That's only going to make him want to roll on the table more.
I told you, I do better when I don't have things obstructing
But that
me.
shit rolled all the way over to my side.
I'll sit in your lap if it gets me to 20.
That's that oil spout talking.
His thoughts are not in common.
Gas, what language are they in?
What languages do you speak? Oh wait,
Common.
hold on. I have Elvish, Sylvan, Bullywug, Halfling, and Thieves' Cant. You do not know, and you do not know what language it is.
I know common, insectoid,
Oh.
bullywog,
Put down Insectoid then, my bad.
and plants, which is a lie, but he thinks he can talk to plants.
Okay. It's no language that you know, unless you want to roll a history check to see.
Oh, yes. My unintelligent character will, after I just...
Blew a good 20.
What was it? History? -1. 16.
You know that it does not use the Elvish script, it does not use the Dwarvish script, it does not use the Common script. It is not a common language. It is spoken by something that is not, that you don't know typically their society. You don't know about.
Don't know nothing about it,
Right.
probably. Like, just realistically, Sputtle wouldn't recognize anything that's not the most prevalent.
But the interesting thing is that it's not common.
So it's going to scratch the beard he doesn't have.
Rubbing your bulbous chin.
Yeah. So you're upset with her over the fact that she is a pacifist.
She doesn't do anything.
A pacifist.
Well, I'm not killing anybody.
Oh.
Well, Will, I mean, not everybody can be heroes. That's what makes you a hero. You need to help inspire her to want to take action.
She could do more.
That's where the inspiring comes.
Hey, she was saying something about a mate. Do you know anything about them?
Mm-mm.
No.
Sad, a guilty or just a Let me badger you.
You seem like you're in a bad mood, Will. Maybe you need a little visit from Gandalf. And I hold up my little wizard puppet.
Come on now, tell us what you know about that unicorn.
Don't you want to talk to the wizard? Tell him all the things you got to say.
I'm not falling for that again.
Come on, I'll be nice to you, and I'll tell me all about how the unicorn hurt your feelings.
That's spawned summary.
As you are walking along.
That didn't work.
That was great.
Moving on.
He doesn't.
No persuasion checks in that one.
If you want to roll an insight.
That's what I was trying to persuade him to tell us.
Yeah, if we want to roll a persuasion.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get him to talk to the wizard.
To the puppet.
Yeah.
Talk to the puppet.
Therapy puppet.
It's my therapy puppet. Maybe he wants to
Persuasion
tell us
check.
a little bit.
Okay. We're all doing persuasion checks?
Oh, I am.
You told me to roll. Woof. That doesn't help. That was a nat one.
I don't know if I have inspiration or not.
I got a 7. I've ruined it for the team. Yours got to be
No,
worse, right?
I did. I rolled a nat one.
Oh, there's a nat
14.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
14.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to this, and he doesn't really look the puppet in the eyes, but he's like, I just don't like her. I feel she could do more to help.
Gandalf pats him on the back.
It's okay. Someday you'll be comfortable enough to tell us.
She said her job was to protect the lake.
And what about us?
Well, unfortunately, I don't know.
You're not in the lake.
You're not in the lake.
You can live in the lake.
She doesn't want us there.
She told us we could stay there.
I think she just has that to keep bad guys out. I don't think it's that she doesn't like you. She seemed quite fond of you.
Well, I'm done talking about that old fuddy-duddy. As you're walking along, you do spot 3, and I only have 1, pixies. I did have 2, but now I only have
My distant cousin.
sitting around a tiny table, sipping tea and nibbling cakes.
I believe they like to be called Fey folk.
There is a 6-inch long wedge made of wood lying on the ground nearby.
I'm gonna fly up and sit on the log with them. Hi-yo! Hello!
Heidi, hey, Kaluka.
Oh, hello! It's so good to see you.
Yes. Happy day, Kaluka.
We were just talking about our trip to the material plane. I'm Spider Lily, this is Cowslip, and that's Maypole.
Oh, how was your trip?
It was marvelous as always. The big people have such weird things like this that we've collected.
What is this?
It is a piece of wood that looks like a wedge, 6-inch wedge.
What's it for?
They're going to say, well, I think it's obvious. I think that... I think that it's a slice of cake made for a tree ant.
Oh, I could see that.
Cowslip is going to go, no, you're completely ridiculous, Spider Lily. It's obviously an exercise bench for mice.
I could see that too!
And then the third one is going to say, no, Cowslip, Spider Lily, you're both wrong. It's a troll's toothpick, clearly.
Oh, trolls are pretty big. They would need something
That's
like this.
obviously a termite feast.
Termite feast? But what was it before it was a termite feast? There are a few termites. What are you looking for?
I dropped Chad's metal coin.
Oh no, did it fall straight into your bag?
Up. There we go.
Let's get a chance to take what that stick is.
I was just, Claire's excited to just like talk to them about like, oh, so where did you guys go?
The material plane.
But where?
Don't know. They didn't give us a map that was our size to read.
I get that. They give us such big things.
Maybe it's a raft for a gnome.
That is a great idea, but gnomes are quite larger than that.
Oh,
Why, you couldn't even use it as a raft, Spider Lily. Oh, of course, you're right.
Maybe it's supposed to have, like, it comes in a pair, and big folk that aren't so big put it in their shoes to make them seem like bigger folk.
Why would you ever want to look like a bigger folk? They're so large already.
It doesn't make any sense. It's so much easier to hide when you're small.
I completely agree.
But yeah, that's what I think it's for. Was there another one that you saw, maybe?
We only took the one.
That's fair.
It took all 3 of us to carry it, didn't it, Spider Lily? Oh, of course you're right. Of course you're right, Mabel.
So what are you going to do with it now?
Well, we have to figure out what it's for.
Ah, that's true. You can't figure out what to do with it till you know what it's for.
But I suppose it would make sense. Little lifts, perhaps. Kind of like heels.
what if you were to make a little tiny board with some wheels on it, and then you could skate on it, and then use that as a ramp?
I do like that idea. That could work. I mean, it was probably quite useful to lift people up, make them a little taller, maybe feature something up on a shelf. I know they don't have wings over in the material plane.
It does suck not having wings. I'll be the first to admit it. I only have 2 more uses of the wings I want, and I'm going to miss them dearly.
Yes, but for the explanation and for the idea, we'll have to give you something. Let's see. One of them is going to go and pick up a reed and say, which one of you should have it? I think you for the explanation. And they're going to give you a little reed, and they're going to say, blow on this, and we'll come and see you.
Like I could have you around for tea?
Oh, that would be marvelous, wouldn't it, Cowslip? It would, Maple.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
That's the same thing the oil can't hold. Blow on this.
And there goes the PG-13.
Tea party?
We might start calling him BJ.
They are. So, before the end of the adventure, you can blow the whistle to summon the 3 pixies. The effect functions as a conjure woodland being spell. It summons only the 3 pixies and does not require concentration.
I put summons the Pixie Sisters 3.
That sounds like you're having a party at the end of this
Cowslip's
adventure.
a boy! Actually. Oh, Cowslip, they mistook you for a girl again.
I hope I don't offend.
No, not at all. It's hard to tell with mixed feels.
Fairies too.
Yeah, that was a little embarrassing.
It's all the
It doesn't help that my eyes are like all the way over here.
I don't know, you look pretty observant to me.
Oh, too kind. Deeply appreciate this, and I can't wait till we can have a tea party.
Oh, this is the longest we've gone talking to a bullywug without them trying to eat us, isn't it, Spider Lily? You're so right. So right.
I would definitely avoid the points vaguely to where the bullywugs. There's a rather temperamental new bullywug king. It's kind of a doofus.
Oh, actually, I heard there's a new one now.
Another one?
He's eating the cats and the dogs.
The cats and the dogs?
What about the birds?
They're eating the pets.
Oh my gosh, the humanity! The feyanity!
There's perfectly good crumbs to eat. Why would
Okay, you better hide in this jacket right here.
Well, so long. And they're going to all 3 grab a side of the doorstop and fly away with it. And
I feel like we make friends everywhere we go. It's nice.
that is nice.
I almost panicked when they said they were going to give me something because I didn't want to be rude.
And not give something back.
Yeah,
Well, you gave them a bit of information.
that's true. That's true.
Well, they gave me a headache. Their voices are very high-pitched.
Oh, you didn't like their voices. They remind me of 3 aunties.
Strange frequency.
But one auntie's an unkie.
I got cake icing coming out of my ears.
Claire, do you have any siblings?
I don't know. Normally I just hang out with Sibilna, but then I got lost. I couldn't find my way back. And then I was at the carnival. I met you guys. A lot's happened since then.
A lot of cotton candy.
So, the forest, as you approach. As you continue on, the forest is at its darkest here. Up ahead, a colossal dead oak lies on its side.
Aw,
3
poor
living
tree.
trees grow naturally out of its fallen remains. Their shapes resemble towers with candlelit windows twinkling in the gloom, and wooden balconies encircling gnarled branches. On one side of the fallen tree, firelight spills from a pair of quaint storefront windows illuminating a clearing filling with merchant stalls. As you approach Loomlurch, you do spot on another tree nearby
Ah! Oh, it's another one!
Another one.
Well, we see your face all over the place.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
popular.
famous.
Quite famous.
Ooh, this one shall curse somebody.
This rapscallion vexes me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll curse one creature who you name, Granny Nightshade.
No, isn't that just sweet?
Yeah.
She's gonna curse someone.
What if we tell her to curse herself?
That'd be pretty funny.
All right. Are we ready to go with the plan?
Yes, the plan.
Can we go over it one more time?
Plan.
I may have forgotten it.
We're gonna be the distraction.
We gotta go to the market. I still think you could take Flare in with you if he's invisible. He can help you.
You will have to remind him periodically, quite often, what the objective is.
Well, what if you all just meet up with me after the distraction?
Okay.
Okay. What could go wrong?
Well, we're gonna go then and wait until you're in an audience with Skabatha.
Wait, how will you know we're in an audience with her?
We're going to keep our eyes on you.
Okay.
I thought we were supposed to cause a ruckus in the square.
You're supposed to go to the square if you would like. I mean, you have a map so you can see the whole area.
It's on Discord.
But you're approaching. The first thing that you see approaching Loomlurch is a gnarled bridge formed by tangled tree roots, spans a rocky, dried up riverbed. I just assumed you may not be there yet. So you have root bridges. There are two bridges, one going left and one going towards the market, which is where you're supposed to go, if you follow his plan.
Or we can leave him in the weeds to die.
Well, he's not a bad guy.
I'm just kidding.
I wish we had eyes on the inside.
So are we going to take Squirt the oil can with us?
Oh God.
Well, he won't leave us probably.
Squirt,
Probably
I'm
a
gonna
good,
need you
good way to
be-
cause a distraction.
I need you to take a nice long nap, okay?
I don't need to sleep. I just do it for fun.
Can you be quiet?
It's called a sleepover. A special kind of party.
I just need you to be quiet, okay, Squirt?
My lips are sealed.
Okay.
I won't say a peep. Starting now.
Alright. Are we going to approach the market then?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with the plan.
You go over the wooden bridge, and you see a little goblin market.
Look at all the candy.
3 stalls selling candy are situated in this clearing, lit by windows carved into the giant fallen tree to one side of it. 2 goblins are working in each stall, and the whole enterprise is watched closely by a goblin with a toffee apple head, who appears to be muttering quietly to himself.
Ooh, look at all the candy.
I could go for a candied bug.
Maybe you should look for some boggle oil. I say that on the down low.
Alright. So you've got this guy watching over, you've got these stalls.
Gonna start flying up to some of the stalls to look at all the candy. See what kind of candy they got.
What's good in this bitch?
Did we plan how we're going to cause this diversion?
No.
We're just supposed to make a deal.
You're just supposed to ask for a meeting with Skabatha Nightshade. The Bobby and them are causing the diversion.
Oh.
I sent a picture of the toffee head goblin that's watching over it. Toffee apple head.
Toffee hybrid.
He looks like a Jimothy.
The pumpkin man?
The Pumpkin Man!
The pumpkin man.
Hello, come in. Try our delicious wares. The goblins greet you.
Judging by your choice of headgear there, I imagine you
It's
have
not
some...
him. If you want to approach him directly, that's different. These are the people who are manning the stalls. They just look like regular
They don't have
goblins.
pumpkins?
No, they just look like goblins.
Okay.
They're gobby gobs.
Freshest goblin-made candies there are.
What kind of candies are these?
Well, as you're looking, let me see here. They look delicious, but they are made with, let's say, interesting ingredients. Examples include beetles encased in hard candy, lollipops made from compacted ants, and jellied worms.
Not so hungry anymore.
I was going to say, I love candy, but you need to borrow some money.
No, hey, calm down, Sputtle. I had a friend once go to a goblin feast, and I think there's more in it than just those little bugs.
I feel like I'm 5 gold pieces. I need more.
Gold? We don't charge gold. Trinkets! One trinket per treat. Have you ever heard of trick or treat?
It's a 1-to-1. Okay. How about this trinket, which is the thimble that helps you daydream when held?
They'll take the thimble from you and close their eyes for a second and they'll go, yes.
3 hours later, Sputtle's naked, has no possessions but a bag full of candy.
Which one do you want?
What were the options again? Screw it, the beetle.
Beetle. That's a favorite of mine, too. And they'll hold it out to you. Roll a d8.
Oh god.
Oh.
Frog, for good luck.
Fall. Your head swells to twice its normal size.
Do his eyes stay the same size, or do they swell too?
I imagine it's his whole head, which is a big old bobblehead.
Wow.
Well,
That was the best bug.
How long are you gonna be like that?
I don't know, little man.
And now he's high. Shit.
His brain stayed the same
There's
size.
a new sheriff in town. I'm wobbling from side to side trying to hold it up.
Scrumptious on things.
Oh, I want another one. But
One trinket.
This is how addictions start, right?
I will give. I pull a trying to think of something that I can live out here.
This is a very beautiful dress that used to belong to a hag. I pull up that one lady's dress.
They hold, as you hold it up, they are struck with a sort of recognition, and they'll go,
Sister, where did you get it?
She had a yard sale. She's put on a lot of weight.
You've seen her, she looks terrible.
Yeah, but that's why she gave me a great deal on this. Why don't you give him some candy for it and take it out of my bag?
No. She's here.
Oh, where?
I won't be seen with that.
Well, shucks. I go get nothing for this dress.
Do you think you could deal it to her? Make a deal with her?
Maybe.
I don't think she really liked that dress. She wouldn't have sold it if she did.
It was her top drawer.
Sputtle kicks you in the shin.
His head bounces side to side when he kicks him.
How long has she been here?
It's been a few days now, I think.
Well, fine.
Someone broke into her house and tried to kill her.
What?
She tried to eat me first.
He has Tourette's.
Yes.
I pull out my carnival butterfly wings.
How about these? You can put them on your back.
She may like these. Okay, yes. One candy.
Well, pick one out for yourself.
The compacted ants.
She is going to give you the compacted ant lollipop. Roll a d8.
Oh no.
Just like tongue action on it. Frick.
1. Nothing happens immediately.
Stay tuned.
Oh, they pop. Kind of fizzy.
Tickled.
Oh man, I wish I had more trinkets.
I will make a balloon animal into a goblin.
How about that?
Yes.
Sold to the man in the cold sweat.
If you go like this, it sounds like he's yelling.
And now you can try the last one, a gummy worm.
Yep, gummy worm, jellied worm.
How could this be wrong?
6.
Okay, so once you eat the worms, also.
Is it going to be a candy bug coma?
Fireflies are drawn to you, and they begin going all around you, and they shed bright light for a 5-foot radius.
Somebody shove the can. Somebody shove the can.
He's going to be eating on
I got little
fireflies.
friends.
He's going to be boop, boop.
You can eat them later.
He's got a fucking disco going around his big head.
Yeah.
Somebody get him!
Let's party! Look at all the lights!
And then overtly we cause it a diversion.
Alright, well, if you want more candy, that's what the stalls are there for.
Maybe we should go for a talk to that pumpkin-headed guy. He looks like he's in charge.
I don't like bugs, but good grief. Let's go talk to the pumpkin-headed.
You walk up and you can hear him going,
Hello.
Greetings.
Happy day, Kalukale.
You have a pumpkin on your head.
I see you have not been stealing, and I appreciate it.
Why would we steal? That's wrong.
Some people steal.
Do you have any candy for sale that tastes like pumpkins?
No, I don't have anything for sale.
I'm a sucker for pumpkin spice.
You're head of security.
That's right.
Is that the way that you have the pumpkin?
No,
It's nice
it's
and
not
healthy.
a pumpkin.
What is it?
It's a candy apple.
Can you disguise yourself as the merchandise? Is that why you're headed to security?
Must give you advantage on stealth checks.
Do any bugs ever get stuck to you?
It's funny you say that. Do you know about him?
I
His head's big like a pumpkin
and
too.
he points at his head and he goes,
Yes, I know, but he could know things.
What am I getting with the helmet of Torn?
you are hearing, what would you hear? Just surface thoughts. What's on the surface of his mind? Because I know it's deep. I know it's deep.
You broke the DM.
Not yet, anyways.
No, I'd never get rid of you. I'd never get rid of you. You have to stay in here. You help me.
That's what's inside, like the surface of his mind.
I think I do know about him. He's your friend, right?
He crawled in and he changed my perspective.
Sometimes that's what we need, is a little change of perspective. Glad to see that you found a friend that is helping you have a more positive outlook on life.
I agree.
So, how often are people stealing from the stalls? It seems like a nice place.
Well, they aren't, because I'm watching.
That's true.
Always watching.
Have you always been here?
For a while.
Nice place.
While they're talking, I pull Scratch aside. If both the witches are here, she's gonna recognize us from her house.
We better disguise ourselves as goblins.
So, what else kind of stalls are around here? I
Just the candy ones.
just the candy. There's no other like deep fried bugs or
Just candy bars.
You got anything on the savory side? Anything spicy?
baked bugs into a cake.
The children don't like savory. They like candy. That's why she has us sell them.
That's fair, kid.
But do they like bugs?
Goblins like bugs.
But what about the other kids?
Traditional goblin candy.
Got anything that resembles peanut brittle?
But what about the other kids? You said you needed to make candy for kids. Not a lot of people like bugs. Bug candy.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Did you say there's kids inside?
Yes. The kids inside.
Oh, is it like a school or like an outreach program?
Granny Nightshade's workshop.
Oh, so they're learning like valuable life skills to better themselves.
They're learning to make toys.
Like, do they want to make toys?
Granny Nightshade doesn't care what they want.
You're trying to find an action figure, aren't you?
No.
Why can't we help them?
Granny Nightshade is too powerful.
Can we get a meeting with her and ask her?
That's why I'm here. I can take you to a meeting.
Oh, cool.
That would be helpful.
You would all like to meet with her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me make arrangements.
Thank you.
We're gonna change into our real selves. We're actually goblins as well. I say, maybe.
No need. She can see right through illusions. You just
That's
come
good.
as you are.
Maybe I should put on the gorilla costume.
Yes, I know that was a warning, but she can't hear us out here.
I think we're, what did he say? We're biffled or buffled or...
Been baffled.
What was the voice? Would I be able to hear the voice inside his head, considering it's inside his head, or is it just a separate entity?
Here's the thing. I don't know.
Are you telling me it's not Gollum and Smeagol, but less
Let me
evil?
think about. I don't know if you can read its thoughts because it is a maggot, and he thinks that he can hear the maggot.
Okay. I gave that stag skull back, didn't I? So what's
One thing's for sure,
Yes.
if that other witch recognizes us, we barely could fight her the first time. Fight two witches, we're screwed.
I think we could take one of them, but I don't know about two.
Especially with
We didn't even take one of them.
especially with Triple K all turned into a little house cat.
Well, you would have if you'd let me. I could have solved this problem. Or did I let her go? I don't remember.
You got such a big head.
I do.
I can always make a deal with the witch to kill you as revenge, and then use my stage dagger to make it look like it's real. Then you just play dead until we can stab her with a real knife.
She could see through illusions.
It's not illusion. It's a spring-loaded knife. Look at it.
So, my name's Chucklehead, by the way,
Chucklehead.
and she's ready to meet you.
Let's go.
Thank you, Chucklehead. It was nice meeting you. If I never see
No, I'm leading you.
Oh, okay.
We're coming this way.
Okay.
This way.
Okay.
We're moving.
Moving over the root bridge.
Don't just...
Over the root bridge, this way, this way, this way.
Yes.
And now this way, and over this bridge.
I love you too.
Oh,
And here we are.
we're
Careful.
definitely in the.
Everybody have a seat, and she'll be with you soon.
Yeah, put us. We're yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What's in the corner there?
And I'm gonna go ahead and remove him since he's like in. You know what I mean? The pocket.
I'm gonna fly over to whatever's in that corner.
You're going over to this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, she hasn't gotten in here yet, so I'll give you a description of the room and what that is.
I see it in the corner hiding, and I'm like, ooh, go check it out.
So we're just gonna start blasting.
Which, as you enter into the parlor, this chamber is nestled between walls of twisted roots, through gaps in which you can clearly see the eerie, beautiful woodland surrounding you. A closed wooden door stands opposite the root bridge that leads into this room, in the center of which are 4 armchairs encircling a small table laid out for a tea service. A painted wooden box, 3 feet on a side, rests in a corner. A crank protrudes from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box.
I'm gonna turn it.
As you begin to reach out and turn the jack-in-the-box, into the room comes this woman. And she will say, "That will be enough of that, thank you. Sit down."
This is the one who forgets everything she sees in the morning, right?
Yes.
Are you going to say that out loud?
No.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes.
You sound so much like Scratch. It's Scratch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You've been gargling marbles this whole time.
What brings you?
Okay, hold on. The door creaks open. A little old woman couches forward. She wears a grimy, old-fashioned shawl, and her skin looks like gnarled bark. A large iron key extends from her back, ticking rhythmically as it rotates. She says, "Let's have some tea." And she's going to approach and stand in between Scuttle and Kit. And she is going to look from person to person, and she's going to look at Scuttle, and she's going to say,
So, what brings you to bargain with me?
and she's going to turn and get real close to Kit's face as she says this.
He's fighting the urge because he believes she has his brother.
Is she asking you, Kit specifically?
She's asking everybody. She's like, "Well, speak up."
He's using his extra big rabbit teeth to bite his lip, so he doesn't say anything.
You asked for an audience. Speak up. There must be something you want.
When are the kids gonna make the distraction?
There was something. Hang on, I'm not bad for remembering things. Give me a sec.
I don't think you want something.
I always want something. Everyone wants something, isn't it?
Flair really does want something, but they have a hard time remembering things.
Yeah. If only my memory was better.
I want my brother back.
Oh. That's what we want.
She's going to get down and she's going to smile really toothily at you, and she goes,
And you think I have him?
Yes, you do. Should I do an insight check?
Yes, do.
I will apologize
she
if I'm
is
incorrect.
going to say,
All the children in my care came here willingly.
He wouldn't have.
They asked to be here.
No.
So,
she says,
you don't remember. You don't remember what really happened that night all those years ago.
My brother wouldn't have left me.
It's your memory that you lost. And here, as a gift, I'll give it back to you.
and she touches you on the forehead.
And
And you Yeah.
Eyes closed.
Feel like you're falling backwards.
His eyes are
She
closed.
holds up her crooked finger and she touches it to your forehead, and with a single touch you're knocked backwards, falling into a mist.
I'm late for an important date.
You find yourself back at the Witchlight Carnival, young again, the night that you lost your brother. Everything is hazy. You look around for your toy. You can't find your toy. Your brother crouches down to you and he says, "Don't worry, I'll find it." And he runs off. You walk around, wiping tears from your eyes, lost in a crowd of people. And then you see a little girl in a pig mask looking at you from a dark alley between the tents. Next thing you know, you're standing in front of the girl. No one else is around. "I can take you to a workshop with all the toys you could ever want." Her voice somehow compels you to accept. Next, she's holding your hand, leading you through the hall of mirrors. You stand by as she opens a portal in the mirror. And then you hear your brother's voice. It's like you're underwater. You can't hear what he's saying. He speaks to Sowpig, the girl in front of you. Her voice comes through clear. "He agreed to come with me." Your brother mouths words that you can't hear. Next, you're sitting on the ground in front of a mirror. Sowpig holds out her hand and your brother shakes it. He approaches you and he says, "Don't worry. Everything is going to be okay." He places your toy soldier back into your lap. The last thing you see before losing consciousness is Cat being led by Sowpig through the mirror. You wake for a moment to see a small lornling taking your toy. You remember being carried back to your family by a bugbear that worked for the carnival, but your brother was never found.
It was my fault. He sacrificed himself for me.
Oh, you wanted to come here too. He just took your place.
No. I just wanted my toy. Maybe I did want to come here. Just get away.
Don't talk like that, Kit. You can't let this hag confuse you.
What did you see, kid?
My brother, I was being led to this place by the pig-faced girl. He stepped in front and took my place. But maybe I wanted to come here, but I like to think he was trying to protect me. And then I look at the toy. The toy always tells me it's going to be okay.
The witch is going to say to you,
"I may be willing to part with your brother, but you would have to do something for me."
Anything to save my brother.
She says, "First, capture the brigand Will of the Feywild and bring him to me alive. Second, my sister, Bavlana, recently lost a unicorn horn. I need it back." And third, my sister Endlin Moongrave sabotage a theatrical performance in her castle. It would do her right to be brought down a peg or two.
That's a lot of that's a lot of stuff. My question, instead of just giving my brother, we can negotiate. What about his height and his memory?
I don't have those.
The performer must have them.
Well, I don't think this should be a problem getting these items.
Bring them back to me. In 3 days' time.
That's quite a journey.
Like, is that real time, or is that like Feywild time?
3 days time from when I wake up to when I go to bed. That is the time here.
What time is that you go to bed?
And what time do you wake up?
Whenever I feel like it. I'm very wealthy. I can afford to sleep in.
Looks like we got a deal.
But isn't it like always twilight? So there's really no days or nights. That's gonna be hard.
I'm a
I
fantastic
haven't
musician. I
slept.
can spend the night with you. Entertain you for the evening.
No, my sister. She likes entertainers.
I'm kind of offended now.
Well, if we're taking the deal.
There's got to be another way to get your brother Cat back without taking a deal with us, hag.
Does she walk out of the room?
She does turn around to walk out of the room.
Grab the key.
She pauses for a moment when she hears hag. And then there's some screaming off in the distance. And you can hear from beyond the doors shuffling of like armor, because she's opened it and it can be heard. And she just turns around and looks at you, and she closes the door and she approaches you again and she goes,
You wouldn't do something to jeopardize your brother's safety, would you?
No. Can we get any assurance that he's still alive?
She is referring to the screaming that's happening. Like, she has figured out that something is happening.
Oh.
Just a little suspicious that
I
4
don't
people want to
remember
make
what
a
our plan
deal.
was.
We're to make a deal.
Then leave.
Is what she says. And then she says, I have something I have to attend to.
Right. We'll make like a tree and get out of here.
And she turns around and goes through this door.
All right, boys. He didn't make me do a deception check. I was lying to her the whole time.
She's going to turn back around, open the door, and you did that.
You didn't do the deception check. You didn't even do a persuasion check, right?
Like you say it.
She's going to say, I knew it. And she's going to snap. And as she does, you feel the chairs that you're sitting in become very sticky. And they begin to open up little mouths around your arms. And she says,
How do you like my pet mimics? They're quite good at appearing like chairs.
Well,
you're all stuck to 4 mimics in front of the witch.
Okay, I'll just blast the chair. Rub my hands being dependent.
The mouth on mine is under my butt. It's a weird feeling.
That's where we'll leave off.
Eldritch blast!
That's where we're going to leave off.
Kill.
Fireball.
Much more dire situation than
Is that the name of the next episode? Sputtle, kill.
You are all affixed, stuck to mimics.
Yeah, the one time that I actually sit on something.
The one time.
The one time I actually sit on something. Damn it.
This is why Flair should never sit on anything that's not a pretty daisy.
Let's party!